want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Black 22. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Brashad Perriman off to the races. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Got it. 45. Bravo. Hey, Sam off. Hey, watch it. Snap.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, Winston. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 4.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Joe McCoy is one of the top defensive tackles in the league. Always a threat to go to the Pro Bowl, especially because of his pass rushing ability.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun, Winston. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
This is taken at the 23. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by. His name in the stat sheet. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
If there's ever such a thing as a downside to such a nice drive, it's that we didn't get a chance to talk about them earlier. But I would have said, keep an eye on this offensive line and let's see how it performs. And so far, so great, because they've already gotten their running back into the end zone.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 79 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Newton. And he's going to go down again. Shaquille Barrett, his second sack of the night. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's second and 10. To throw again, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it here with Logan. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Oh, eluding the tackle. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Another try after the first down sack. Winston.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, here comes Barber. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You got 4.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Now Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. So we have come to half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
We got this.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And some room to work. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with Logan. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe.
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 53 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Let's go.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Winston, Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that, you know?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a... Let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a front handshake in the fourth.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and long for Winston. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Mike, ready? Mike, 5-4. Hey, here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Newton's going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
45.
Now Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona